whenever you're done, Jenkins. Everybody, I'm back once again with another hair tutorial. Today I'm showing you how you can achieve these very easy crochet faux locs. So with this one, I'm kind of taking it back to the basics. You may have seen this video over on my Instagram.
I'm getting fine by the day, baby. What you waiting on? See, you gonna wait till I get real fine, and I'm gonna pay you no mind when I get real fine.
And a few of you asked that I show a full tutorial on how I achieved the look. Unfortunately, I did not record myself doing this hairstyle, but what I'm gonna do today is kind of a reverse tutorial because obviously the style is already done, but I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna show you how I'm taking it down, then I'm gonna show you my braid pattern and how I installed the locks. Okay? Okay. All right, so let's get started. Along the perimeter, I have individuals, so I definitely want to separate that out because I wanna make sure I don't cut any of my real hair. So all of these locks along the perimeter are individuals. And by individuals, I mean that my actual real hair is inside the lock. Okay, so as you can see, I have separated all of those. I'm gonna twist it up. Why don't I have a hair clip? I don't know. You would think I would know what to have by now, but you know, things happen. So everything you see here in the back is basically just regular crochet. I'm gonna show you the braid pattern later, so just let me not even get ahead of myself. All right, so that's all my real hair. Double, triple, quadruple check that what you are cutting is actually on a cornrow or these illusion braids in the front and not a individual with your hair in the middle. Otherwise, you're gonna cut your hair and you don't wanna do that. These are really easy to take out for the crochet, regular crochet portion, meaning the non-individual. You just cut near the top, like that, and then you just pull the loop out. Now, this is probably a lot easier without super long acrylics on, but you know, your girl wanted to get her nails did. Like so. There it is. Just like that. Very easy. And I'm going to show you how to do an individual. So I'm going to pull one of the individuals from the front. If you watch my how to remove butterfly locks video, this is the exact same thing. Because I did the individuals in the front and then I had the cornrows in the back. Exact same method, but what you're gonna do is find your hair, kind of unravel the lock, find your hair which is braided on the inside, pull that braid out. See, this is all my hair right here. I just pulled it out of the lock. Is that thunder? Hold that separately. Make sure your hair is separate from the lock so you don't cut it. And then cut the lock. Kind of up high, as high as you feel comfortable, and then you're just going to pull the loop out once again. So pull that lock back through the loop. I think I may have pulled my braid through the loop too, so you may have to pull both, but as long as you at least pull the lock, it should just slide right out. So just like that. Boom. Super easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all of these down and then I'm gonna come back and show you guys my braid pattern. All right, so I'm back with all of the locks out, and as you can see, I have quite a few braids here. So remember when I said to be really careful about not cutting your own hair with the individuals? I was like this because I totally forgot that I had loose braids like right here in the middle that were inside the locks. Luckily, I remember before I got to them, so I didn't cut any of my hair, but honestly, you don't have to cut the locks. You can just pull the lock back through the loop. It's pretty easy, especially at this length. These are only 14 inches. So you can do that. I was trying to save time by cutting it, but honestly, it's about the same. As far as my braiding pattern, as you can see, I have individuals in the front. Jenkins is just gonna make as much noise as possible. He ain't coughed all day. All right, so as you can see, I have individuals in the front. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 10 rows across the front, and I have 1 individual at the front of each row. Behind that, I have, it's a bit frizzy now because I've had them for a while, but this is like the individual illusion. If you want a very detailed tutorial on that, I'll have that linked in the description box and also like somewhere up here, wherever that eye pops up at. So you can click that for a detailed tutorial, but I have the illusion braids here. And honestly, I forgot to tuck like one of these braids in when I first started. And then I decided I would try something different and kind of treat this as an individual with the locks, which I'll show you that method soon. And in the back, I just have cornrows. So that's how that looks. All right, so as you saw in the video, I used locks from Nubia's crown. These are their 14-inch classic locks, and they're really just your basic crochet lock, but they have a slight wave to them. I really like these because they are super lightweight. Like, these are probably the lightest locks I've installed in a while. And also the texture and the style of it is like a perfect match for my hair. Like, it looked really natural. All right, so now let's get to installing these. First, I'm gonna show you like the easiest like installation method, which is just the regular crochet. So let's pretend that my hair is not as messy as it is because these aren't fresh braids. But in theory, the illusion comes from the parting between these braids. So you want to do 1 lock for each part. Now, once you finish, if you see some gaps, if you see some exposed braids, you can fill in wherever you need to. But just to start out and really to make sure you don't add more hair than you need to, it's good to just do 1 per block. So just insert the hook. Make sure that latch is open because you're gonna add your lock to that. Close it, pull it through. And these loops are nice and small, so they're really easy to get up under your hair. You don't have to worry about any breakage or anything. Close it and pull the lock through the loop. And it's that simple, really easy. Now, as for the individuals, I'm gonna pick a top one and move the rest of these out the way. You're gonna start off the same way. Insert your hook under the braid. Take your lock, put it in the hook, close it, pull it through. And at this point, I like to use my fingers for this part, but you could use the hook. You're gonna take your natural hair, your braid, as well as the lock, the end of the lock, and pull both of those through the loop, like that. And next you're gonna take your crochet hook and you're gonna insert it into the middle of the lock. I like to start at the top, just a little part at the top. You're gonna put your hair in the hook, close it, and you're just pulling your hair right down the middle of that lock. It's gonna be right inside. And then just kind of wrap it back. So these locks make it really easy for this individual method because they have a lot of space in the middle for your hair. So you really could just unravel and try to wrap it, but my fear with that is that you might loosen the lock a little too much and it might make it so the lock doesn't last as long. So I prefer this method. So once again, I'm gonna insert the hook. You can go a little lower once you get the root in. And just make sure it comes out right where that braid is, like that. Once again, we're inserting the hair, closing the hook, and just pulling it through. Honestly, this lock is like the easiest lock I've done this with. Love these locks, if you can't tell. I'm kind of sad I had to take them out, but I do have to do another style. But this is a very easy protective style for the spring, summer, or really just any time of the year. It's super lightweight. And while they did sponsor my Instagram post, they didn't sponsor this video in particular, which is why I didn't do it. But you guys said you wanted it. I don't know why I'm struggling to close this hook. You guys said you wanted it, so gotta make sure I give it to you. So you just keep doing this until you pull your hair all the way into the hook. Into the lock. I don't know why I'm trying to do this without using the mirror. There you go. We have an individual faux lock using the crochet method. And those are the two methods I use. Of course, in the back, I just have regular cornrows. I did kind of like a zigzag pattern just to kind of hide the lines. But that's just the same regular crochet method. Like I said, this is really easy. I love the fact that I could just do individuals around the perimeter, because as you can see, that does take a little longer. And I still get the, overall individual look. I love this hairstyle. I cannot say that enough. But hopefully this video, I feel so weird finishing the video looking like this. But anyway, hopefully you guys found this helpful. If you have any questions, if you need any clarification on anything, feel free to leave me a comment below. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you don't miss my next video. And until then, peace.